This one was sent in by level 9000 Yadru Drew Davenport. Thank you, Drew. It's by Yadru Answers user Jack, who asks, can young Shaq take down a large male wolf? Okay.
Oh, I thought that was going to go a different direction. I thought you were going to ask if young Shaq could take down old Shaq.
Yes, of course.
Well, Griffin, but old Shaq has the experience.
Oh, no. Old Shaq is the same size of young Shaq.
But old Shaq has the experience, life experience, and experience on the court, and probably a lot more lucrative endorsement deals with the general and such.
Fucking Google search. Okay, first of all, that would not give him any sort of combat advantage. Google search Shaq falling down this year, and it's 35,000 results. Because as that man has grown and his experience has grown, his center of gravity has vanished. He doesn't have one.
You know what it is? Old Shaq, though, to Travis's credit, is a lot more connected. So I could see young Shaq showing up for his game with old Shaq. And old Shaq is just somehow politically, it's he's like Varys now. He's from Game of Thrones, he's politically manipulating the court. Yes. He had one of his, I had one of my little birds put gum on your shoes. And so Varys Shaq is politically I had your ball weighted. One of my little birds weighted your ball.
Welcome to our roundtable pitch session of Looper 2.
Okay. No, I'm into this. Old Shaq, benefits, more experience. We're not talking about the basketball court either. I think we're talking about a physical fight. And I think you get out on that court and you throw as many elbows as he's thrown. I think you get pretty fucking good at throwing elbows. So he has that going for him.
And not only that, but I think old Shaq is going to bring a certain level-headedness, a certain patience, certain calculation that maybe young Shaq was a little too fiery.
Edge.
Yeah,
for sure.
I just can't get over the hump of old bones, old center of gravity, very falling, much falling, extremely falling over all the time. Every episode of SportsCenter or whatever the fuck show he's on, they're and please welcome our very special close friend Shaquille O'Neal, and he comes out and he falls immediately down on his big old body.
I don't think that's accurate. I don't think he's falling quite as much as you're making him sound like he's falling.
He pulls out his rolling chair and it always rolls too far backwards and he just sits right down on the ground and it breaks the ground.
Griffin, that is because he is a bit of a jokester. I think that those falls are mostly pratfalls. I would say 85% are pratfalls.
I think he wants you to think that. But I think that's very generous to the old basketball player Shaquille O'Neal.
I feel like old Shaq would bring a chair. Where he might bring that rolly chair with him. Maybe he's been not falling, but practicing some different fighting techniques that involve rolling chairs. So when he finally gets there, and he's like, "Yo, old Shaq, choose your weapon," and old Shaq's like, "I've picked rolling chairs." Young Shaq is not going to be prepared for that. And old Shaq's just going to be spinning around, doing all kinds of fun things.
Well, he also, let's say this. If we're saying young Shaq. Let's old Shaq is just Shaq today. Young Shaq, I'm going to say Shaquille O'Neal, day one, his NBA debut. Okay. So this would be pre-Shaq Fu. Which old Shaq, it's been a grip, but he remembers the movements. He remembers the incantations. He remembers the ancient scrolls.
Who do you guys think medium Shaq would side with?
He's busy.
Okay. He's busy fighting Godzilla, I think, if I remember the game correctly.
Old Shaq could, depending on how young Shaq is, old Shaq could
Baby Shaq.
Old Shaq could bring a laptop with him and be like, "Let me show you some greatest hits you got coming up. I've been through these. I've grown. You're still going to have to get through the critical reception to Kazam."
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Getting beat by Aaron Carter. You have a lot of indignities that you're about to suffer, and I've already grown and been hardened by them.
Yeah, these blemishes on your perfect dunking career.
Do you think by the end of it they're going to work together to stop maybe a greater evil? The
oldest
two of them,
Shaq.
Oldest Shaq and baby Shaq have teamed up, so young Shaq and old Shaq have to team up to fight against them.
They're going to have to do what it takes to stop President Shaq. They're going to have to go through and...
Which is not out of the realm of possibility. Let's all take a moment and acknowledge anything could happen, folks. 2024, it's his turn. President oldest Shaq. Naked Shaq. It's time for you to go back in time for your last mission.
And then in
Oh,
2024, Shaq wins. 2024, who's that on the ticket opposing him? While Republican upstart Aaron Carter. How could this be?
How could this be? Not again? No. I'm telling you, the polls are leaning towards Shaq. You need to look at history.
There's precedent here.
He has an inexplicable edge.
Mr. President, I don't know why you're so worried. You're clearly going to beat him. Mr. President, you have to sleep. Please.
Technology. It's called the CD player. Let me spin you out this single real quick.
Oh, man. President Shaq, help us.
Shaq, you're doing your best.
He's doing his very best up there. He dunked so hard, he unannexed Crimea. Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Thank you, President Shaq O'Neal.
Please, I'm just Shaq Neal now. The Irish thing wasn't tested good. So my name is Shaq Neal. And that's how you beat Shaq.